Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video. I just finished all my polls for Mari. As you can tell, it was successful, but if you didn't see that video, I'd definitely check it out. Link in the description below. There were some pretty crazy surprises along the way. But this video is all about testing Mari. So we're going to go into the shooting range, and I'm going to do a couple of different tests here. The first is going to be with her at level, skills level 4, and with affection level 10, and then we'll compare that to a full investment Mari of affection level 30 and skills level 7 and potentially 10. We'll see where my materials are at. I'm going all in on those units, but we want to get a comparison of what the investment does, and then I also want to specifically look at how much she boosts damage on units like Asuka and on Alice, because something really important about her kit is that she increases pierce damage when attacking cores. So let's go ahead and dive into the tests. Okay, we're almost wrapping up our first run here. As you can see, I included the main pierce units of Asuka and Alice that I want to see how much she boosts. I also threw in Dorothy, because don't forget she gets pierce as well. And then Modernia is just kind of like our top tier generic damage dealer that I threw in for another unit there. But okay, our baseline damage is 2.1, almost 2.2 billion damage there. And let's go ahead and take a look at the individual stats. So Mari herself, not doing a whole lot of damage, but we'll go ahead and compare this to what this changes after she has some more investment for both her individual damage as well as the total team damage. Okay, so we're in the middle of the second test here, and unfortunately I didn't have as many skill materials left over as I was hoping, so all of her skills are now at level 7, level 6, and level 7. I was a little bit short on being able to get skill 2 to level 7, but I think that is the lowest priority, but I just wanted to point out a couple of things here about her skills. I think skill 1 is very valuable because of the pierce damage, and each time you level it up, you're going to get about 2% more on that pierce damage. That gives you an idea of kind of the scaling of the moves. Now, 2% might not sound like a lot, but I'm pretty sure that is going to be significant. Skill 2 is good, but I think it's probably the lowest priority, so if you do have to like save some materials, I would probably save on skill 2. But let's see, what do we get? Okay, so this time we got 2.23 billion damage, and that is not a very big increase. Honestly, that is fairly low. Now, I will do a couple tests here off camera just to like repeat it and see if we have any like variance in here, and I'll let you know if this is off. But this is actually a pretty small increase. But continuing on the discussion about her skills, I think skill 2 is probably the one that benefits the most from getting copies if you do want to pull for like maximum break or even core her up, because she gives that attack up based on base attack. So skill 2 is going to benefit the most, but I think it might be her least valuable skill. Not that it's a bad skill at all. And then her burst, I think, is really where it's at. And every time you level it up, it goes up by 30% on the final attack damage she does herself, and then the actual, or I should say just the big attack, goes up 3%. And then the attack damage buff that she gives to everybody goes up about 2%. So it sounds like something really worth investing in, but to be honest, this is a pretty low score, so I'll run it back and we'll see if we get something similar. Okay, just double checking that last run that we did. Still getting a relatively similar score here. Let's take a look at the individual damage here. Mari did go up, but honestly not that much, about 2 or 3 million. Interesting. Now, keep in mind, something about this test is that like Asuka and Dorothy are only piercing for part of the battle when they're using their burst. So they're not getting as big of a benefit as someone like Alice is getting, who's going to be piercing all the time. But still, a little bit disappointing, I have to say. But now I want to test this out and just do the exact same comp. Obviously, this isn't going to be ideal, but just throw in Crown and see what the difference in the damage is between using Mari and Crown. Okay, so we just finished up the test with Crown, and I gotta say the results are surprising. So although the skill levels didn't really make that big of a difference on Mari, apparently Mari was still, just from the beginning, boosting up the damage from our Pierce units quite a bit. So in the last test, Mari, instead of Crown, did 2.38 billion, which is more than we just did with Crown. Alright, so Crown is apparently trash, new meta, Mari, best burst 2 in the game. No, just kidding. All trolling aside, I mean, we're not leveraging Crown here. This isn't a squad that Crown is really being taken advantage of at all. This squad was much more set up with Mari. That said, my Crown is maxed out. I have her fully invested, all the overloads, all her skills are level 10. I thought that, you know, just Crown being OP and my level of investment on her might make up for it anyway. But interestingly enough, Mari actually made the squad do more damage. If we take a look at the individual report here, Crown herself is doing more than twice as much damage as Mari was doing. But Mari was increasing the damage of our Pierce DPS units quite a bit. You can see Modernia basically stayed the same, and she did the most damage of any of the units in all the tests here, which kind of makes sense. So, interesting stuff. So, maybe don't worry about putting too much investment in Mari. She can be used pretty well, even at a low investment level, but she does seem to give a significant boost to the right units. And she's only going to be even better in this raid specifically. So solo raid just went live. Of course, we haven't gotten to the higher levels yet, but she's going to be doing even more damage for this boss that has a shield. So keep that in mind. Going to be an all-star there, I'm willing to bet, of course, along with the other Eva units. And just in general, looks like she does give a really good boost to your Pierce units. Let me know what you have cooked up with Mari. I'm pretty happy with her. I will keep building her just because I'm a mega fan. I'll get her all the way up to skills level 10, and I want to get her all overloads as well, but I just maxed out my Ray, and so I don't have enough to do all the overloads on her yet, but we'll get there. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and again, let me know any tips you have for Mari or what you found to be really good with her. Good luck on the solo raid. Subscribe for more Nikke videos, and I will catch you guys in the next video or stream.